Hello friends, it was so great to see most of you on Tuesday when Mrs. Jones and Mrs. Choi visited your homes. When we came by, we brought a little bag with little stickers for windows and a hot cocoa and a pencil. And in that bag also was, I put some origami papers, square ones. Mrs. Choi cut it in half, which we will need to make a jumping frog for today's origami making. So cut that, fold that in half and cut it in half, and you will be able to make two jumping frogs that Mrs. Choi will show you today. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do after you cut them is to fold that rectangle into half. When you fold origami, you want to make sure that you're lining the edges and hold it tight and press it with your fingers, using your fingers so that the lines are clean and clear and the edges are aligned together. So now what you're going to do, next step is to fold that. You will have two squares and you're going to fold each square into half again. So put that edge into the middle, make sure you line them up and fold it again. And you'll repeat the same thing, folding it into the middle, when you open it up, you will have 3 lines in that rectangle. And each rectangle that you have created, 4 rectangles, will be the same size. Now the next step is to fold this half of rectangle, 1 square, into half in diagonal. So you make sure you point this to this middle corner, bottom corner. And fold that in half. Open it up, and you're going to repeat the same thing on the opposite side. You're creating 2 diagonal lines in that square. Make sure you line the edges. So when you open it up, you will see 2 lines across and 1 line this way. We're going to turn it around and repeat the same thing. 1 corner to the bottom corner, across, and fold it. Open it up again, and you're going to repeat the same thing. The other side. It's like you're making a X across the square. So open it up. And the next thing you want to do is push the middle part of the square and fold it, and creating a triangle. And you're going to turn it, repeat the same thing. You push the middle and you fold it, and you will have a square. Now the next step is to move these flaps to one side. And then you want to line this diagonal to the middle, bring it in. Make sure this edge is lined with the middle line, and folding it like this. Now we're going to move these flaps to the other side, and the bottom too. And you're going to do the same thing. bring this diagonal edge to the middle. Oops. Make sure the lines come all the way to the middle, and you're going to open up these flaps again to the middle. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to bring this triangle up, the bottom part up, and the bottom line, half of the triangle, to be aligned with the middle. So you're going to fold it up like this. I'm going to do the same thing. Bring it up and fold it, creating another square. I'm going to repeat the same thing at the bottom. We're going to fold it down. And fold this part down too. You see that? Starting to take shape, right? Now the next thing we're going to do is bring this part of the triangle, you see this edge, middle edge, you're going to match it to the bottom, this part. So we're going to bring this flap down and make sure the edges are meeting, creating a flap. And do the same thing here. Fold it out. Did you get that? So now to add a little bit of detail, we're going to fold this part a little, bring it in to create better looking front legs. So can you see? I fold it just a little bit. I'm gonna bring this in too, a little bit, and fold it right there. See that? Okay. So this is what we've done so far, and now we're gonna repeat that, the same step, bringing this edge to this edge and folding it. Like that. And bring this edge to this edge and fold it. You see that? And we're gonna bring this flap out like this and bring this bottom tip to the middle. Like that. We're gonna bring the flaps back in. See this? Now we're gonna fold this part right in the middle. You don't have to fold it hard and make the line really crisp, but just enough to create a line. And now we're gonna fold this bottom part out in half. Again, you don't have to fold it really hard, just enough to create a line. Now we have a jumping frog. Let's see if it will test and be able to jump. Now let's see if our frog will pass the test and be able to jump. Oh, it flipped. Let's see, give it one more try. Yay! Now you can have a race with your siblings. Go have fun.